in oh there we go. I'm gonna start over then. Good evening, everyone. We are zooming in here from myself, Canada, Alberta, Canada, just in the city of Edmonton, which is the province of this particular province. And I am very privileged and honored tonight to introduce to you our host and presenter, Risha Adair, who just went senior officer. And that is a great big deal. She has 24 years of experience in this industry, was formerly a business owner in marketing. So of course, we can definitely see where all of her skill set shines through to share everything that she's been doing. And of course, to literally help as many people with the presentations that we are showing and sharing other people to absolutely see the benefits of this program and opportunity. So without further ado, I'm just going to turn this over to you, Risha. Of course, used to live in Canada, but now living the dream in Mexico, which she'll share a little bit about that too.
Carol, thank you so much. I want to say you're doing an awesome job of managing the room. I mean, you belong in television, Carol. Ladies and gentlemen, Carol has great experience in the industry as well, and she's a vice president with our company. She's one of our great leaders on the West Coast, or in Western Canada, I should say. And I want to say thank you again, Carol, for helping me host the room tonight. So everybody, I want to say thank you for coming on board. Welcome very much to our event tonight. We've got some great guest speakers that are going to be speaking to you from all over the continent. As Carol mentioned, I'm Risha Adair. I do live in Manzanillo, Mexico, beautiful place of the world to be. I relocated here with my husband, Mike, in October of last year. We're coming up to a full year already. Wow, how the time flies. And as you can see from the picture, I harvested bananas on my property. I've got a whole lot of fruit trees. I've got grapefruit, papaya, fig, several orange trees, avocado, pomegranate, lime, guayabana, jackfruit, starfruit. I have got a really, really fabulous piece of paradise here, and I hope someday you can get to see it. Well, something about paradise, guys. It's very exotic to live in the tropics, but little did we find out how expensive it was going to be. We had no idea. We bought a beautiful property. It's a mini resort. We have 2 rental villas. When we had come on board in October, we closed in July, so the house was unoccupied for about 5 months. And when we got here, we're the story that we bought house rich, cash poor. So our little bit of a nest egg got swept up so fast. I had a parade of tradesmen that were coming through for concrete that was melting away and pool pumps that were broken down, and you name it, doorknobs falling off. It's really something when you live in the tropics. And so anyways, we got the house up to shape, ready for our winter season. And now we're back payday to payday. I've got my little bit of a pension. Mike is a former policeman, so he's got his little bit of a pension. And when Chris and Joni Budd, fellow Canadians that now live in Costa Rica, called me in April, they had said, Risha, you need to know about these drops. And the first thought that came to my mind was, how did I get so fat? And yes, I need some help. Because as you can see from this tall building, there's stairs. And I'm up and down the stairs maybe 5, 6 times a day. And I'm still not losing any weight. So I found a way. I found a way to get the drops. At that time, I was really, really broke. And Mike has a rule, never put anything on the credit card that you can't pay next month. So I bought 2 boxes of drops. That's all I did. And well, I started posting. You're going to hear about our system of growth very shortly. And before I knew it, people from all over wanted the drops. And so fast forward, here we are 4 months later. The momentum has just been absolutely incredible. I've never seen this kind of movement in a company in my life. I've never seen a product like this that everybody wants, a product that flies off the shelf like it does. And I've never seen such a generous compensation plan. So we climbed very quickly to the top 10 in Canada. I'm back to dreaming again. I'm planning an Africa safari trip, and it's fun all over again. So I'm really excited to share with you what we have tonight. And Partner Co. is the company that indeed changed my life. They're a company that came together about 2 years ago. And I'm going to tell you in a minute what they've done to change everybody's lives. But first of all, I've learned so much in the last 4 months about hormones. I want you to have a good look at this slide and tell me, do you suffer from mood swings, low libido, hot flashes, acne? Like I got pimples at the age of 65. What's with that, right? Headaches, night sweats, food cravings. Oh my God, give me pie, give me ice cream, give me sweets. That was me. I guess that had everything to do with the weight I gained. Insomnia, tiredness, fatigue, and of course, you get the weight gain right around the middle. Well, I want you to think as we go through this presentation, not only of yourself, how many of these boxes you tick from looking at this slide, but as you know of others, your sister, your brother, your cousins, your kids, your grandkids, your neighbors, your best friends from school, think of them. How many boxes do you think they would tick as we go through tonight's presentation? When PartnerCo came together, two gentlemen, John and Darren, had an extra $27 million of pocket change, both very successful business people. John was in the industry actually with Tahitian noni, a product that's been around for several decades. And during the time of COVID, there were several companies, very, very good companies with stellar products that were suffering financially. You know, when you close your business and you've lost your job, it's kind of hard to buy those monthly vitamins, right? So they saw a great opportunity that they could rescue these companies out of financial hardship, and they bought a whole bunch of them and came up with several stellar brands, a collection of really great products. Products that are going to balance your hormones, weight loss, increase your energy, products full of nutrition, reduced inflammation, your immunity system boosting, collagen for better skin, better health, healthy gut, healthy life, athletic products, stress support. We've got so many great products here for you that we're going to share tonight. First, I want to brag a little bit about Dr. Ray Strand. He's our Chief Medical Officer. He's renowned around the world. He's a best-selling author. He manages and oversees our published clinical studies, which are well over 200, our annual quality tests, well over 1,000. We have Dr. Crystal Vance. She's our Wellness Council president. You're going to be hearing about her in a moment. Kristen White, an athlete on our athletic council, and Dr. Brett West, who's the world's foremost leading expert on the Tahitian noni fruit. Dr. Pina, bottom right, I just heard him deliver a seminar on our outstanding probiotics product, and he's also world renowned in his science that he's contributed to the world. We have a global presence in 50 plus countries, which is exciting for me because I live in Mexico. Most of my peeps are in US and Canada. But this is how easy it is. It's completely transparent. You do not need an international license. You don't need any bureaucracy. If you have a friend in Italy that's interested in any of our products, you simply send them a link. Once you've clicked on the Italian flag, they click on the link, they purchase their product, it's sent directly to them from our European office. And that's how it runs in 50 countries. Now, when John and Darren put their list together of must-haves in companies, it had to be doctor-produced products, scientifically backed, with clean ingredients, with an international presence, international infrastructure, and international market. Well, all of these products that we're about to share with you hit every checkbox. Lucim is an amazing skincare line. The product in the center there with the silver cap, that's a sincerity skin mask. It's been around for a long time. And basically, you put it on your skin. It's a beautiful mask, and you peel it off, and you're 10 years younger. It's a great skincare line. Love it, love it. I just got my Purity water bottle in time for PXP convention in Florida coming up. This has an entire fact sheet in small print about how many toxins and contaminants it actually removes from the water. It's an outstanding water purification system. Everyone should have one. The noni and collagen is another one of my favorites. It was on sale recently in Mexico, so I stockpiled on it because I want to have skin like that young girl there. So beautiful product, and it tastes so great, and it's all about youthful, healthy skin. Let's talk a bit about the Tahitian noni. Again, this is a stellar product. It's been around for decades. It is the most efficacious noni in the world. The American government during the Second World War went into the French Polynesian islands during the Second World War to find plants and fruits that were nutritious for sailors that got stranded at sea until they were rescued. And the noni was right on top of the list. There's so many studies about the noni and its health benefits. I don't think there's a single system in your body that doesn't benefit from the nutrients from the noni. Our product tastes delicious. It's in my fridge now every morning, every night. I absolutely love it. And it's something definitely for you to consider and put in your shopping cart. Our NutriFeed line is a stellar line of products. Probiotics, again, Dr. Pina had just given a seminar about it. Our probiotics are stellar. I'm going to say they're the best in the world. It's really worth learning about that product. Optimal M, Optimal V are products for your lungs, your brain, your heart, your muscle system. Vinali is the best-selling product in China because once you lose weight and your skin gets a little sag, it puts elasticity back into your skin. Many people have bragged that the Vinali has eliminated any allergic symptoms they may have. And now the MOA. MOA is on the top of my three. These little sachets live in my fridge because I love drinking it cold. It's my first thing in the morning. It contains 36 superfoods and very expensive superfoods. We've got some expensive mushrooms in there, lion's mane, all kinds of mushrooms. We've got the goji, the acai, the noni. There's 36 superfoods. When I first was interviewed by recently, he's a friend of Chris's, when I was asking different questions about this project, I asked, I've got achy in my fingers, in my toes. It's difficult for me to walk. He said, MOA, 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 MOA. So I've ordered the MOA because I originally mentioned I only had one for 2 boxes of this. As I started building this business from posting on Facebook from our System of Growth, which incidentally, we have the founder of the System of Growth as our guest speaker tonight. I started to be able to make money with this opportunity. We're going to talk a little about that as well. And now I can buy every product. I enjoy about 16 of our products. I'm really excited. And I'm going to say this. I participated in product companies for a while. Most of the time I was investing in my health, praying that, you know, by taking the $200 a month or whatever it is I was spending, that I wasn't going to get the next big flu or the next big cold. And I often did. And I wonder, well, why am I spending $200 a month if I'm still getting these colds? Well, you know, your upline is going to say, well, just imagine how sick you would be if you weren't taking them. This is the first time that I've taken products that I feel the difference. I actually feel 30 years younger. I'm 65 and I can go up and down those stairs down to my pool at like I'm 30 years old again. I can walk without pain. And I realized on Wednesday, just a few short days ago, well, actually today's Wednesday, so it was about Monday, I had a paper cut and it was really making me, it was sore. And I realized in my entire body at my age, that paper cut was the only thing that was bothering me. And that's what these products can do for you too, is get you being on the road to healthy again. Our Slenderies line is fabulous. Pure Nourish, one of my favorite products. It is loaded with vegetable protein. There's no whey or soy that can induce allergies for people. It's got probiotics, prebiotics. It's got everything, riboflavin, calcium, zinc, chromium, beta-carotene, you name it, the list goes on. And it's actually 18 grams of protein. It's plenty of nutrition that it can be a meal replacement. Really good product. And that's one of my daily habits in the morning. Giving greens, I'm excited because it just landed. It just arrived at my door today. And that's all the beautiful nutrients from the green vegetables. A teaspoon of that in a glass of water. It's delicious. You can add some to your Pure Nourish shake. Sprinkle some on your salad, on your stir fry. Our cocoa is, let's face it, we all know the benefits of pure natural, pure chocolate, pure cocoa, I should say. And then we have our drops in the bottom right. And I'm going to keep you a little in suspense because there's another great product of my favorites I want to talk to you about. The Renew. Everyone must put the Renew in their shopping cart. And let me tell you why. First of all, this is your fountain of youth. This will teach your body to open its pathways to create its own HGH, human growth hormones. This little sachet goes in a half glass of water 30 minutes or so before you sleep. You're going to sleep like a baby. You get into deep REM sleep and you'll be sleeping all night. I get up 2-3 times to go to the bathroom and I go back to bed and I don't even remember being interrupted. I fall right back into deep REM. It also reduces the production of cortisol in your body. So when you have lower cortisol, it can't hang on to fat cells, and so your body is burning more fat. So this particular product, married up with our drops that you're going to hear about in a minute, is a terrific combination, and I highly, highly, highly recommend that you include Renew in your choices. Now, you're probably on this call because someone intrigued your interest about our Slenderies body balancing drops. They've been on the market for about 12 years now. We've sold over 1 million bottles. You're going to drop twice the weight, which is a concern for most of us, faster than if you were just to diet alone. It's clinically proven, doctor recommended. It's all natural, safe, and effective, stimulant and hormone free, and it's ever so simple. You just put a few drops under your tongue before you eat. You wait a few minutes, and the other bottle, another few drops under your tongue, and then you eat, and you're going to find all these benefits come your way. It's going to help balance your hormones. That's what its original intention was when it was formulated. But they found that it controls people's appetites as well as eliminate sugar cravings, which I am so grateful for, because in 4 months, I have not wanted sugar. And yet I was the first one at the donut line at the bakeries here in Mexico, and the pastries here are so good, so good. The ice cream is so good. But you know what? I don't want it anymore. Don't want it. I know how bad it is for me, and I just don't want it. There's several people that say they've got the achy, and that's gone away as well. Certainly, it's going to better your sleep. You're going to sleep like a baby through this, and your energy will be greatly increased. So as a matter of fact, you're going to feel younger. Just recently on Monday, I celebrated my senior officer promotion. I put on a high energy blues CD and I did my happy dance, and I danced for the whole CD all over my living room, all over my dining room. My animals were looking at me like I lost it. But I realized after I danced that entire CD, wow, I used to do that when I was 20. So it's amazing what will happen, that transformation inside your body, better digestion. It boosts your mood. So even in very highly stressful situations, you're going to find yourself coast through it. And no longer are the days when you walk into the room and you wonder, why am I here? I'm hearing from so many people in the first 3-4 days of trying this product that brain fog lifts. Strengthens your immune system. Very quickly, you're going to see your face go thinner because our chubby cheeks are carrying a lot of inflammation. In my first, well, you'll see my slide coming up very soon. In my first 13 days, it was amazing what inflammation in inches that I lost from taking these drops. Scientifically proven, it supports your thyroid, helps stabilize the blood sugar, and the product is called Slenderies Body Balancing Drops. Many of us have nicknamed them just as a fun nickname, Skinny Drops, and I call them my magic drops because I certainly wouldn't go without them. Along with the drops, we're going to recommend that you take part of our approved food list. You will not go hungry. There's so many proteins, animal-based proteins, plant-based proteins. There's healthy fats, all kinds of vegetables, various fruits, so many things that you can eat. And again, too, you're not going to go hungry. The other night I had quinoa, ribeye, and a salad. I mean, it was a great dinner. Roast chicken, lobster and shrimp. I'm in the land of seafood in Mexico here. So there's so many choices for you. And I want to stress this for you. This is not a fad. It is not a diet. This is a lifestyle, because from eating clean, that list actually comes from a diabetic specialist that gave that list to her diabetes patients to get them healthy again. So combined with the drops, having clean eating, you're going to find that you're feeling so much better without putting that nasty stuff in your body. Drink your water, exercise, and you're going to watch yourself transform into a brand new person. I want to share with you the slide. My friend Jane in Victoria, look at the difference, 23 pounds in 6 weeks. Look at the difference. She's so happy. Every time I talk to her, it's thank you, Risha, thank you. And that's not uncommon for everybody I've introduced these drops to. They are so grateful because they're feeling better in all the ways that I just discussed. Mr. Allen here was packing a basketball. Look at him on the right. He looks like a shade of his younger brother. Dr. Crystal Bance, we talked about her. She's on our wellness council. She, in one of her talks, I heard that she was a chubby kid all the way through. She fought with her weight all her life, from one diet to the next, until the skinny drops came to her. She lost 162 pounds. She's actually lost more than she weighs now. That was several years ago, and she's still that same glorious young looking weight. Yours truly here, and I think, wow, how brave am I to do these kind of pictures in spandex and post it on Facebook. But you know, I was confident. I basically started April 23rd, and I thought, if everybody else is experiencing great results, I am going to too. And that's exactly what happened. I want to draw your attention, especially to my back in the top right. You can see all the love handles there, the chubbiness around the broad line, and take a look at my back in 13 days on the bottom right. This is a genuine, honest transformation. I lost 6 pounds, but I lost several inches. Today, I am really excited because I've actually lost more than 4 dress sizes. I pulled out my skinny suitcases yesterday. They've been closed for 5 years. And I forgot what was in those suitcases. And this is one of my favorite sexy dresses there on the right. And me on the left in front of the volcano in Colima State. And I look at that left picture and I think, how did this happen? How did this happen? And you know, it's not hard. 4 or 5 pounds a year, 10 years, you're 50 pounds over. That's how easy it is. So I've got so much more energy. I have no more discomfort and I'm feeling super sexy all over again. Look at these pictures. Terry, that's her, like her younger sister, 35 pounds down, actually 20 pounds down. Athletes love our products too, because let's face it, athletes have hormones as well. And men, you have hormones too. Ashley Antley, no more night sweats, 15 pounds down. Her husband Reese, who took the drops just to prove to her these are never going to work. Well, in that process, he shed 65 pounds, and the two of them in a year and a half have become in the top 30 money earners in all of the United States. Let's bring it forth now. I've got a picture of Barbara here. She was our speaker the other night. She's lost 21 pounds. I want to open up the mic now to Molly Sanchez from Utah. We're going to hear her story. Molly, come on board.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, so I was introduced to the drops just this past March when a friend, actually Susan Cameron, most people will know her name. She's my friend. She's the one who sent them to me, said, girl, you got to try this. I feel so much better. And I was like, okay. And at that point, from January to March, I had put on 20 pounds. I was suffering from extreme fatigue, depression. I had lower back pain. And for the first time in my life, for the previous several months, I was really struggling to sleep at night. And I was wondering, like, is this perimenopause? Like, what is happening to me? It was really scary because I was like, how long do I have to live like this? And that's when Susan told me about these drops. And like literally the first day, my energy boosted, which means my mood boosted. In the first week, I dropped 11 pounds. I think I was just so inflamed. I dropped 11 pounds and it's been, I mean, since then I'm down 29 pounds, lots of inches. Like Risha said, fitting into old clothes. It's so fun. Feeling so much better about myself. I have no longer have lower back pain and I sleep amazing. And just have so much energy. That's what's so great. I'm 48, but I feel as good as I did in my 20s. And it's just so exciting. So exciting. I told someone today, I was like, I feel like I found the fountain of youth with these products because, yeah, I use several of them and just don't ever plan to live without them again. So yeah, thanks for letting me share.
Thank you so much. What a great story. And Molly also helped me with the Spanish testimonial for my Spanish presentation. So thank you so much, Molly. It's so great to earn your friendship and hear your story. Let's move on to Charisse Tehan. Charisse, come forward
Hi,
and tell us
everyone.
your story.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for letting me share my story. I'm so excited to be feeling so wonderful and share this with others. My why was I was a caregiver for my husband for a number of years after he had quite a few operations. And during that time, like Risa just said, you just gain weight. And before you know it, you're 50 pounds overweight. And my health was bad, and being overweight, I couldn't bend, I couldn't help, I couldn't do a lot of things. So for many years, I tried all the different fad diets, fastings, pills, gummies, injections, all kinds of things. And I would lose weight, but it would always come right back on. And one thing, I did not change my habits and my lifestyle. But during all these years, I was watching on Facebook a really good friend of mine I've known for 30 years, Dr. Crystal Vance. And I had watched her lose from 300 pounds down to that. She's about 156. And I was like, okay, talk to her. And so my doctor advised that I take these. And so I took her advice. And in January of this year, I started the drops. And this is a picture of me. I don't know if you can see that, but that is April of this year. And I have released over 40 plus pounds and 18 inches around my middle. And I am amazed how well I feel. Just like Molly was saying, I found the fountain of youth, and I'm feeling fantastic. And every single thing that was on all of those bullet points, except for migraines, I didn't have those. I have experienced all of those and feeling fantastic now. And this has been a lifesaver for me, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And the reason I say spiritually, because it's really an answer to prayer for me. And I can't tell everybody enough about it. And I want everybody to feel as good as I do. And I've been sharing it, and people are having fantastic results. That's all.
Thank you, Charisse. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much. So just give me a minute or so telling me, are you sharing it on Facebook with the System of Growth, and how is that working out for you?
I am sharing it on the System of Growth, and I'm sharing it twice a day. And then my personal story also. Before in January, I wasn't even really doing Facebook or anything like that. And now I've have a lot of people following me, and I'm following others and sharing it with them, and just excited to see everybody wanting the drops. I'm mailing them out. I have a friend in Germany who's been doing them for 3 months, and she's lost 30 pounds, and she has another friend that wants to lose them, and just shipping them out all over the United States and just seeing results, what people are doing. I've personally sold 130 boxes and have a number of downline, and I just reached officer. So I'm going to go across stage at PXP. I'm really happy about that. So I'll see you there.
Wow. Congratulations. US
Yay, thank you.
officer. Congratulations. That's awesome. So great to hear your story. I'm going to
Yeah.
bring it back to Molly. And Molly, tell me about your experience with the System of Growth and how that's working for you. Thank you, Charisse.
Yeah, you bet. First of all, I wanted to say when Susan Frank and Susan Cameron did the whole business presentation for me, I was still like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do an MLM. But I knew that I had already started sending my friends to Susan, like, you have got to get some of these drops. And then they asked me, do you have financial goals? And it was like, just, how you just get hit by a ton of bricks. Like, I really think it was God saying, you have been praying for this. Like, I had literally been praying for an opportunity for my husband to be able to retire, because I've been mostly stay-at-home mom. I've been working, some on the side, obviously writing, but I was praying for an opportunity, and it was like, ding, 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 you prayed, here you go. So yeah, I decided to jump in, and I decided I'm going to be coachable. I'm going to do whatever they tell me to do. And I did not want to post. I did not want to post. When she first trained me and said, okay, we're going to create a post right now, I was like, right now? No, 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 not right now. She's like, yeah, right now. It's like, once you do it, it's like, oh, okay, I can do it. But yeah, 9 and 3 every day. And everybody has just come to me. I really haven't personally reached out to hardly anyone. It's just people that see my posts and ask. And yeah, I also just like Charisse, I just also made officer, so that's exciting.
Congratulations as well. Wow. Very good.
Congratulations.
Very good. Awesome. Thank you very, very much, Molly. We're going to continue with our presentation. Thank you to both you ladies. Amazing stories. And again, congratulations on your success. Continuing along here, you're probably wondering, okay, I'm convinced I want to get some drops. Well, the first option is you can become a customer and buy retail. My answer to that would be, why would you want to buy retail? But some people do. They don't mind spending extra money. In Canada, the suggested retail is $232.50. There may be a representative that discounts it for you because they want to be a nice guy and offer it to you for $197. The USA regular price is $176, and you may get a discount. It all depends on the territory of your representative. And most people say to me, well, why couldn't I buy wholesale just like you? Well, you certainly can. In the United States, it's $29 to do business. In Canada, it's $37.95 because we have to pay more for everything here. For that, you get all the tools and resources you need, a replicated website. Now, I want you to think about that for a moment. You get a world-class website. I'm talking now to web designers for my resort, and we're looking at a few $1,000s to build a website. And you get that with your 30 bucks. Wow. You get a full back office to track all your earnings. The Partner Co Share app is an international app that can lead you to any kind of information. Charisse was talking about Germany. You can go in and learn anything about our company in the German market. We have some amazing training. Everything is here for you. And the training basically comes from people like me, people like Carol, people like Molly, people like Charisse that are reaching out to help you. So how do you turn drops into profits? Well, first of all, on every box of drops, you're going to make minimum 30%. In Canada, if you're to sell this box of drops to somebody at $197, which means you're giving them a discount, you would have made $71 on this box. Well, that's a pretty good day. If you add 3 of those together, it makes for a brilliant day. So that's what you get as a wholesale / brand member, 30% less regular retail. In the United States, you're able to buy a 4-pack. It's $371. So basically, you can use one and sell the other 3, which means the profits will lend for you getting profits plus your product for free. I'd recommend in the United States, take advantage of the 10-pack offer. It's $879.95. Your unit cost is $88, which lends to higher profits. In Canada, we have right now at this moment a 3-pack. The 3-pack lands at $378. You sell 2 boxes at regular price, you profit $87 and you get your box free. So we're talking about how to get your product free here, folks. If you sell 2 boxes at the $197, you're still in profits and you get 1 box free as well. In a 30-day period, there's many, many, many people on my team, and I know the US teams as well. Well, we just heard from Charisse that sold well over 100 boxes. You sell 30 boxes in a 30-day period, and that's $2,100 in profits. In the US, because their buying price is a little less, it's about $1,860, depending on what price margin you're at. So how would that change your world? $2,100. Wow, that could pay a lot of bills for you, right? And rising inflation right now, and plus you get the tax benefits of home-based business. I'd be jumping all over this if I were you. Let's turn social media into profit. We talked many times about the system of growth. Here it is here. Pretty soon we're going to be talking to the person who founded the system of growth. This here is an app on your phone called Boards, and Boards is really a filing system in the cloud. And on this, our leaders have put into folders everything you need to build your business from your phone. For instance, on the right, you see social media week 1. In there are 14 testimonials because there's so many of us that have, here's me fat, here's me not fat pictures. And we're proud. We want to get it out there to the world because we're pretty excited, you know, to get into a size 8 slinky dress. Wow. So along with that, there's also the text strips for the drops, and you just post. As Molly said, you post twice a day, 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. And the response to the post is fabulous. We have We have what everybody wants. Everybody wants these drops. So when people ask you the questions, how do you respond? Text scripts for drops, it's all there, folks. What are the ingredients? How much do they cost? How do I get these? Everything is there for you to copy and paste. So if you can copy and paste, and if you have a Facebook page, you can do this business. If you don't have a Facebook page, we can still teach you other ways of building this business. Again, in the US, the more you buy, the more you earn, the bigger the profits. Buy a box of 10 for $879.95, you sell 9 and you earn a minimum profit of $500. Now, let's move forward. Eventually, you're going to want to go on a trip, maybe Africa, along with me in my safari, or maybe on a cruise, or even just to Disneyland with the grandkids, whatever it may be. And at that point, you may want to retire your salesman's hat while you're on vacation for the next 4 weeks. So why not leverage? J. Paul Getty always said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people than 100% of myself. So let's talk now about building teams and how you're going to get paid on building those teams. Business for Home magazine ranked us as the #1 most generous, best compensation plan in the entire industry out of thousands of companies. For every dollar that comes into PartnerCo, 50 cents goes back to the field. 50% of every dollar goes back to the field. So let's talk now. These gals talked about officer. Basically, that means checks with commas on a weekly basis. That's what an officer position, rank position is like. So first of all, it's important to activate your position so you're eligible to receive commissions. You can choose from any of our products. Most people choose the drops and they get right into our system of growth so they can get into the money real quick. Normally it's 200 points. Well, right now we have an incredible promotion. In September, you can activate your position for 100 points. In this industry, every product that we have has a point value. Renew has 70 points. In Canada, 3-pack box has 150 points. In Canada and US are similar product points. So you can go shopping and choose whatever you like, but this is going to be my recommendation. Because we can get a 3-pack in Canada, it makes it $126 a box. It's your best unit price. You get a box of Renew. Again, too, these products go hand in hand so well. It's a tandem product together. It's just something that you need to have because you'll accelerate your weight loss and you'll sleep so well and lower those cortisol levels. In Canada, that gives you 220 points, so you're well activated. It's about 508 Canadian dollars. In the United States, you would choose a 4-pack along with the Renew. It's about $476 and 278 points. Now you're going to want to keep those wholesale buying privileges. So we encourage you to sell or buy 100 points of product every 4 weeks to stay qualified. You can choose from any of our products. You can choose a couple of boxes of drops to throw it in more into inventory. Most Canadians will buy a 3-pack and most Americans will buy a 4-pack. So again, that gives you more inventory and it keeps you qualified for commissions. In our very generous pay plan, we are paid 9 different ways. We already talked about the retail profits. Let's go into the volume bonus. Now we're talking about building teams. When you introduce this program to somebody, whether it be a customer or a brand partner that wants to build a business, when you're activated right now with 100 points or 220, whichever you choose to come in at, you will be paid 15% of the point value of their purchase for their first 4 weeks, or if they get to ultimate. Our ultimate position is the highest in the pay plan. And, you know, one of my mentors said to me a long time ago, Risha, if the company is offering money, never, ever, ever leave it on the table. Shame on you. You always go for the most that they are offering you, always. So I'm going to encourage you, let's get you to ultimate so you get to the top of the pay plan as quick as possible. Getting to the top of the pay plan means this. As you sell drops, you're going to need to replenish your inventory stock. So you order another 4-pack, you order another 3-pack. You may order a 10-pack. A 10-pack is 500 points. It's a great way to accelerate your road to ultimate. Do this within 4 weeks. get 1,500 points from your own reorders as you're selling product, or I should say, sharing product with others. And you're going to be receiving a pay raise at 30% when in turn you introduce this product to others when they come on board as brand partners. Well, right now, only 900 points will arrive you at the highest level. Activate yourself for 100 or 200 points, another couple hundred, 300 and 500 to get yourself to ultimate, and there you are. Some of you can choose to get to ultimate from the old-fashioned way, and if you do, you'll be well rewarded with lifestyle credits that I'm going to talk to you about in a minute. The base commissions is basically the commissions that you get paid on a weekly basis for the product that moves through your original introductions to people. You can introduce as many people as you want, and you can go as deep as you want, work with anybody on whichever location they land in. So in this example, you've sponsored Tom, Dick, and Harry. Tom's line has 1,500 volume of points this week. Harry has 1,000, or Dick has 1,000, and Harry is a runaway train. He's all the way going to New York. He has 2,000 points. He's stronger than your other lines. He's called your power line. You will get paid on the pay lines, 15% of all that activity. So in this simple example of 1,000 under Dick and 1,500 under Tom, you'll make 375 base commissions for that week. Think about that. How would $375 change your world? Because you had introduced somebody to the business and they were out selling boxes while you were playing with your grandkids. Wow. The rest of the compensation plan is so generous. I just want to quickly talk about the savings bonus. When your base commissions, the one I just explained, in any given week triggers over $250, you will get 15% of that entire amount deposited into what we call a savings account. When that savings account climbs to $10,000, you will get a call from the company. Congratulations, the hoorah, the bells go off, the chimes ring, and you will receive your $10,000 the following Friday. 2 girls just received their $10,000 check, as was explained in last week's training call, and they had both been in the business for under 6 months. So that's a bonus in addition to all the other income they've made. As you climb to ultimate, you're going to be paid lifestyle credits. If you do it the old way, you'll be paid some. If you do it, or rather, if you do it the new way, you'll be paid some. If you do it the old way, you'll receive 25,000 lifestyle credits. Tahiti is an annual trip because, of course, we want to visit our production facility of the Tahitian noni. These wonderful, happy people went on a cruise visiting the Polynesian islands, including to the factory where we have our noni. It's a trip that you will be treated like a prince, like a princess. I highly recommend do what it takes to get on one of these trips because you'll never be treated like that ever again, unless you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, which most of us aren't. The North American trip was to the Bahamas. This was recent. It changes all the time. And again, too, you can cash in your lifestyle credits for one of these wonderful trips. Wow, what a story. Right now, we're going to move on to talk to our guest speaker, David Daugherty. He's had a really interesting background. He's in the wellness field. He is the founder of the System of Growth. He's a father, he's a grandfather. He's very celebrated in our company in one of the top ranking positions. Please give it up for David Daugherty, our special guest speaker tonight.
Thanks, Risha. It's so nice to be here. An honor, always an honor to be invited to speak in front of people. And you know, I was like all of you guys 4.5, 5 years ago. A patient's wife actually introduced me to this company and to the products. And we joined just to get products to help my wife because she was struggling. You know, she has PCOS, endometriosis, interstitial cystitis, a lot of the female issues that cause weight gain and inflammation. And, you know, her health was just going the wrong way. No matter what we did, it just didn't seem to work. But God put this in front of us. I started researching it. And I told her, I said, Amy, I think I found something that'll help you. And so we bought a package of products and we're blown away with the results. And she's lost 70 pounds. I didn't have a whole lot to lose. I lost 17 when I did the drops, but I lost it in a month. But just completely, the health transformation was incredible. But then, we started, friends just started asking, what are y'all doing? We had zero interest in this business when we joined. We were joining for products. And we didn't know what to tell them. So we had Kim Gray come talk to them, or Todd Rowland come talk to our friends, and it started growing a paycheck. Well, you know what? Then life happens. Because of industry changes, we took a massive pay cut that left us trying to figure out how we were going to get by, how we were going to pay a mortgage, buy groceries. All the things that we took for granted before were now difficult. But we had this, and so we just started accelerating it a little bit, just investing more time into it. And I always tell people now, God put this in my life. He answered my prayers before I even knew I needed to pray it. He always knows what's best. And 99.9 times out of 100, I would have told my patient's wife no. Matter of fact, I did tell her no, but she was persistent. And thank God that one day I listened, because it changed our life. And so I've always been in healthcare as a physical therapist. I've never had any experience in sales. I've never been in an MLM. I'm kind of jealous of Risha having 24 years of experience. I would like to just pick her brain for all the knowledge, because with that experience, you gain so much insight and knowledge. If you're on her team, I would just grab a hold and learn, because that's what I did. I didn't know anything about this industry, but I knew one thing: surround yourself by people that are successful. And so that's what I started doing. And along the way, I learned some things. I learned Robert Kiyosaki's, one of his famous quotes is, rich people build networks, everybody else looks for work. And I had never thought about that before. And I thought, I might need to change the way I think. And then I hang around with Todd Rowland a lot. And I kept hearing him say over and over, we all know how successful he is. But he always says, what made him so successful in his previous company was they had a simple, duplicatable system. I didn't know what a system looked like. I certainly didn't know how to make it duplicatable, but I kept hearing it over and over. And I realized the power of what he was telling me, that it had to be simple so that your newest person could do it from day one. And I kept hanging around people like that. And I was introduced to Brent Palmer. Everybody knows Coach Brent Palmer, just a wonderful human. And I picked up on something he said that really resonated with me. He says, the reason he was so successful in Limu is he could tell people, if you join me, I'll have your investment back in your pocket before your credit card bill hits. And I thought, that's powerful. If I could have people's money back in their pocket within a month, I could explode this business. Because you see, back then when I started, we didn't have a system of growth. There was no system in place to help us be successful. Our business growth was based on people wanting health products to better their life. And other than them just sharing the results, there was nothing there to help you just explode your business and to take off and build that excitement. And as a result, I'm going to be honest, our business grew, but it was difficult and it was slow. And your retention rate was probably around 20%. It's not very good. So fast forward, I had been in this industry about 3.5 years. And I had learned so much. And at the time, I didn't even know what I had learned and how it was going to impact not only me, but the company. And a lady entered the company by the name of Robin Perrone. Y'all probably all heard of her too. And she's on Kim Gray's third leg. And all of a sudden, Kim starts blowing my phone up. She says, David, you have got to go look at this girl in Panama City. She is selling drops like crazy. And I'm like, yeah, Kim, whatever. But Kim kept on telling me. So I went to Robin's page and I started looking at what she was doing. And I thought, well, of course she can sell drops. She's a pretty lady. Who wouldn't buy from her? I'm a middle-aged guy that's losing most of his hair. And they're not going to buy skinny drops from me. So, but I kept watching her and I thought, this is powerful. The way she's marketing, I really like this. And I was watching Kim and Ashley Rowland, Kim Gray, Ashley Rowland, come in behind Robin, because you have to understand what Robin was doing. Robin didn't know how to build a network. Robin knew how to sell drops. Okay. So Robin was producing a linear income, meaning if she didn't work, she didn't make any money. But because she hustled, she was creating that income. Well, here comes Kim and Ashley and worked around Robin to her customers and started growing Robin a network. And all of a sudden, Robin's income skyrocketed. She made 6 digits in less than a year here selling drops. And that's not counting retail profit. That's counting just being paid commissions from the company. So I was watching all this and I was like, okay, I've got to wrap my head around this. I've got to figure this out. So I went to my team and I held this meeting and I said, okay, ladies, y'all are beautiful ladies. Y'all can sell these drops. No one's going to buy from me. I'm a middle-aged man. No one wants to pay. I just didn't have the confidence in myself selling, I guess. And so I told everybody exactly what Robin was doing. And I was so excited. This was a Monday. I could not wait to see these results. Do you know how many people grabbed that and ran with it? None. Nobody. Come Friday, no one had posted anything. Nobody had done anything. And so I was pretty discouraged. I thought about it and I said, and I was on Level Up Life on Facebook. And if you've seen the picture, the caption at the top, it shows somebody like reaching down and helping the other people up this mountain. And I said, you know what? That's going to be me. I'm going to show them how to do this. And so I've heard it mentioned on here several times. It's intimidating to make that first post. Yeah, I know. I've been there. I created this. So I made the post. And what I did before I made the post, I went and researched when are the peak times for social media activity. 9 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon during the week. I said, okay, I want as many eyes on my post. If I'm going to put forth the effort, I want everybody seeing it. So I started posting. I posted day 1, twice a day. I had a few likes, a few hearts. Nobody said anything. Day 2, the same thing. Day 3, the same thing. So day 4, I said, you know what? I need to do a call to action post. And that's why on week 1 on the social media posting at day 4, you'll see there's a call to action post. As soon as I did that call to action post, I started getting people inquiring, wanting to know about the drops. And I thought, this is great. I'm starting to move drops. So I started replying to these people that were wanting information. And y'all, I'm so analytical. I study hard. And I was giving them so much information and nobody was buying anything, But I realized when I was rushed and in a hurry and I didn't say very much, people bought. And I thought, okay, I need to shut up. I'm saying too much. And so if you look at the scripts now that you're posting from boards, it's very simple and it's very brief, and that's by design. If you say too much, you're going to run them off. So at the time we didn't have boards. So I was constantly typing this all day, every day. And I said, there's got to be a better way. I said, you know what, let me, this is working. Let me put it in my notes. So I put it in my notes on my phone. So then I could copy it and paste it. I didn't realize at the time this was the beginning of a system. I just knew I needed a more efficient way. And so I started copying and pasting, and y'all, my percentages skyrocketed. I went from 20 to 30% conversion to about 90% conversion of people inquiring about the drops to becoming purchasing customers. And I thought, this is great. Now all I have to do, I have all of these customers just like Robin did. So now all I have to do is get them to talk to Kim and Ashley, right? Because that was the formula. They were having success. And I'm friends with both of them. So I knew that they would do this for me. So I would call them, and guess what? They were too busy with Robin's team already. They didn't have time to talk to my people. So I stepped back. I said, if Kim and Ashley don't have time to help me and I'm their friend, this won't work for everybody because they certainly can't help everybody in the company. I said, we need to make this so everybody can be successful. That's where it started kind of processing in my brain that this needed to be duplicatable. And so I thought about it and I said, okay, let's sell them the drops off the scripts. And once they become happy with the product, let's do a conversion call. And that's kind of where I started the process of customer to conversion to brand partner. But I was the only one doing it. Okay. And so Todd, I had been telling Todd about it, and he was excited. He wanted me to teach it on the IPA call. And I said, no, Todd, I'm not going to teach it just yet. Let me test this with other people to make sure it works. Because the last thing I want to do is teach the entire company something that doesn't work. And so I contacted two people. I contacted my daughter. Her name's Tori. And I contacted her because she can't sell a heater to an Eskimo. She's horrible at selling, and she knows it. It's great. So I called her. I said, Tori, I need you to do something for me. I need you to sell skinny drops on Facebook. She says, Dad, nobody buys from me. I said, I know. That's why I need you to do it. And so she broke down. She agreed. So she posted. And y'all, she's a stay-at-home mom. Her husband works offshore, so he's gone a good bit. But that 3 days, she sold 10 boxes of drops. So all of a sudden, she made $700. $700, and she's been not bringing home anything into the household. So her, not only are that she's excited that she's selling drops, but she feels like she's contributing more to the household. And you can just see the excitement. Well, that was one end of the spectrum. She had always failed at selling, and now she was successful. So the other person I contacted was a really go-getter on my team by the name of Susan Cox. I don't know if y'all have heard of her, but she is a hustler. The same 3 days, Susan sold 60 boxes of drops. Y'all, that's $4,200 cash in her pocket. So I knew, I said, we have something special. And so I told Todd, I said, okay, Todd, now I feel confident I can teach this and we're going to succeed. And so we got on the IPA call on a Thursday. And it was funny, Brent had called me that Monday. He says, hey, I want to come. He called me that Monday. I want to come to Andalusia and learn what you're doing. I said, Brent, I'm teaching it Thursday on the IPA. Save the gas, stay home. You're going to see this. He said, okay, great. So I taught it on the IPA call, and I told them at the time, I said, look, I said, there's a reason Partner Co we're better together, because if it had not been for Robin posting using like attraction marketing, I wouldn't have moved it forward. If I had not seen Kim and Ashley working behind the scenes, creating that network to create that residual income with Robin, I wouldn't have moved that direction. When I saw it, I knew where it needed to go. And so when I taught it, I told everybody on that call, I said, somebody's going to take what I've done and take it to the next step and make it better. As soon as I got off the call, Dr. Crystal calls me. She says, David, I want to put this on boards. I didn't know anything about boards, but I just told her, okay, great, let's do it. And so we started putting all the scripts, everything we were doing on boards. And over time, when somebody brought to the IPA call something that was very effective, it would be added to the boards. And that's how we have this system. And I hear a lot of people, especially if they're not in our company, a lot of people tell me when they hear this story, they're like, Well, you just could have kept that to yourself and made so much money. But you know what? It's not about that. For one, you have to understand Partner Co is a multi-million-dollar company in 58 countries. It's going to take more than Andalusia, Alabama to sustain a company like that. It's going to take all of us. If I mean, there's no way. I mean, it'd be foolish to keep that to yourself. But then the other thing is you now hear stories of people that are in financial trouble, just like I was when I started with this company or shortly after. You hear people, their homes are in foreclosure. Their vehicles are about to be repossessed. You know, things are happening financially that is hard, and it's a strain on the family. And you hear these people talking about how we have been such a blessing and God put this in their life. And that makes it worth it right there. That is everything. If I don't make another dime in this company, seeing how much we've helped so many people, you know, to me, that's it. Knowing everybody's being blessed by what we're doing. So Risha, thank you for having me on. I hope that kind of shares some insight to what we have and how special it is. And, you know, just add, you know, if you come across something that works, share it, you know, because we're all learning together. So thank you again for having me.
David, wow, I'm just so blown away at this story. And every time I teach boards and the system of growth, I'll have your face in the front of my mind. Thank you so much. And, you know, I believe too, this opportunity came to us from the Lord, that it's a blessed opportunity. And he certainly gave you that courage and the curiosity and the skills, everything that needed to be done and then he gave you Dr. Vance to fine tune it into the great, very profitable, very successful system that it is. And that's why we're all experiencing these drops fly off the shelves. It's something I've never seen in my 24 years. Thank you so much. You're a senior officer. You're very successful with the company. Congratulations. You're a dad, you're a granddad.
Yeah, I've been blessed. So, you know, and that's not to say life doesn't have its ups and downs. We all go through them, but just take it one day at a time and know God has a plan, you know.
And I'm so glad that your wife is healthy now. That's a big, big relief for your family because, you know, folks, I always say that your spouse's health has everything to do with your lifestyle, right? If the husband's
Amen.
sick, you're not going dancing. If mom can't walk, you're not going hiking. It's all those things. So it's important that families together enjoy these products. David, thank you again. What a great testimonial. I so appreciate you being with us. And I'm just going to wrap it up with our last slide. Wow, what a story. So grateful for the ingenuity behind that and the persistence and determination to give us a system that we could all do. You don't even have to ever pick up the phone. You don't have to reach out and call that chicken list. You just post and they come. And just proof in the pudding, I've been posting twice a day since April. There's some days I forget and I miss, but you know what? I still get people sending me private messages. When I posted my size 8 little fashion show yesterday, several people responded to me in Messenger and said, I want to know more about these drops. So the system works. In summary now, folks, I had asked you at the beginning, as we went through the information tonight, of you to think about the people that you know, maybe your peeps out on Facebook, that suffer from any of these symptoms. You need to show them this product. You need to help them because obesity and losing weight is no longer only aesthetics. It's now about health. It's about pre-diabetes, diabetes, possible amputations, gangrene, loss of vision, stroke, heart attack. Everything about poor health can lead to, you just got to forget about it will never happen to me because it's happening, right? And we've seen a lot of people get very sick. And now we have something that can really, really help them. So in closing, I want to say thank you so very much to Molly and Charisse and David for being my speakers. I want to thank Carol again for being such a great co-host. And I want you to get your questions answered, get together with the person who invited you. They can get your questions answered. If not, they can get on a three-way call with one of our leaders and all your questions will be answered. And just take the first step. It's $30. What have you got to lose? My friend Pat that's on the phone, she started the business on Thursday and she's already got her investment back and her credit card statement has even come in. So that's how fast it could be for all of us. Again, thank you everybody for being here with us. David, Molly, and Charisse and Carol, thank you for making this a great evening tonight.